How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be working on our raised beds, and we're also going to be working on a way to tie our tomato plants up. I really didn't like the way the string setup was last year. It didn't do a very good job for me. So we're going to be working on that and working on these raised beds. So let's see how it goes. Okay, we got our peat moss. We're going to go ahead and start filling up buckets. We'll put one bucket in each one until we're done with this bag of peat moss. What we'll do is we'll mix that up inside that soil. That peat moss will help hold some of the moisture in there. Tell you what we need one of them little rototillers that go on the front of the weed eater. That would be really nice. But we'll use what we have, a hoe. So I'm going to do this to each one of the beds, just like this. Try to loosen that soil up a little bit more and mix a little bit of that peat moss down in there. Okay, our beds are all mixed up. We got the peat moss on them, but they still need to dry. As you can see, they're real clumpy on the top. This is like mud. So they just need to dry up, and then we're going to chop them again. And hopefully we can get something planted in these. I have zucchini plants that I need to plant up there in one of those, but I really can't get it in there until these dry up just a little bit. I think they look pretty good. It's just the soil's really moist. That last bit of soil that we put in these, it was really wet because we got it down in the ravine over there. And it stays moist, but all that topsoil washes off the hillsides down into that ravine. So that's where we got the dirt. Okay, I'm going to be working on some way of putting some stakes in the ground for our tomatoes.
Last year we had a bit of an issue when we filled them boxes up. We had a lot of planks, like old sawmill slats and stuff that come off the sawmill. We stacked them in the bottom, threw them all through the bottom. Well, now I can't get a tomato stake down in the ground deep enough to hold the plant up. So we're going to be taking this 2x4. I'm going to cut it, put it across the top, and then we're going to cut some other poles to go up and down so we can actually get our tomatoes to stand up. I had issues with them last year. They wanted to sag down, so we're going to cut this board. It's like 138 inches or something. And we're going to be using the old Badger, the Wild Badger chainsaw. I'm telling you, I use this saw for just about everything, and it's still holding up great. I've never changed the blade on it or anything. Of course, we're real careful with it to make sure we don't get it in the dirt and the mud. But yeah, it's still working good. I like using that saw. That way I ain't got to run an extension cord out here. So let's go get this guy put up. Now we can take all these ropes down, get them all off of there. Just looks awful. Sophie. Sophie. What are you doing? Hmm? No. No. So we went out and cut us some wooden stakes, approximately 1 inch by 1 inch. So we're going to be using them instead of these metal poles. What's nice about these is I can cut these every year. If they rot, oh well, we'll just cut new ones next year. I have one short one here. I don't know if it'll reach. It won't. So we'll have to cut one more. What we'll do is kind of jam them down in the ground a little bit. And I got some screws. Well, there's one screw in the top of each one. We don't have to screw them all the way. These tomato plants ain't that heavy. Oh boy. We better be careful. We don't want to destroy our plants here. Alright, now that I got them pushed in the ground a little bit, I think they'll stay. Okay, we gotta cut one more post. Okay, we got our last post. That's good enough. That will hold these plants with no problem at all. We're gonna go ahead and get to tying them up. Okay, we got our tomato plants all tied up. We suckered them, tied them up. I think they look pretty good. Hopefully in a day or so they'll start straightening up real nice and we can keep tying them, let them go right up them posts. So we do have a few more things to plant over here in these beds, and hopefully we can get them in pretty soon. And hopefully we got rid of the coons that were tearing out our cucumber plants. We'll see. We'll set that trap one more time tonight. Well, let's go see if we caught us another coon. That door slams every time I close it now because the windows are open. I think we got us another coon, believe it or not. That's 3 in 3 days. Holy moly. I got us a zucchini plant here. We need to plant in that top box. I can't believe I got another coon. Julie said she only seen 3, but by the looks of it, or she said she only seen 2. Well, we definitely got another one. I think it's a coon. It sure is, I think. Looks like it's sleeping or something. It's either sleeping or dead. Does that thing look like it's dead? Oh no, she's not dead. And they're getting bigger. That's even a bigger one yet. That thing's giant. Well, looks like we'll be relocating that one quick. Daggone it. There might be 100 of them here. Who knows? Alright, let me go get the gator and get the truck ready. Okay, number 3. Gotta go for a ride. I'm probably taking them out there, dropping them off, and they're coming all the way back, and I'm catching them and taking them back out there. It's probably the same one coon. You ready, buddy?
That one really didn't want to go. I didn't think that one was going to get out. A lot more cautious that one was. Probably why it took 3 days. So we're going to have to wait until next Thursday night to set this trap again. If there is any more, they should be okay. But we'll see next Thursday. Because I want to make sure that I'm there to relocate them. Because we don't want them sitting in a trap all day long. And it's hot, they don't have water or food or nothing. So, yeah, next Thursday, we'll set it again. Well, now that the soil is drying out a little bit, it's a lot easier to work. And it's really busting up better. So I have a zucchini plant that I'm going to be planting in this little box here. And it's not the greatest. I went up and picked them up because it's getting a little late. And we're a little worried about planting the seeds. As you can see, a lot of the branches are broke on it. But I think it's going to be okay. We might even clip some of them off. But I want to make sure the soil was nice and soft where I want to plant this guy. I think we're pretty good. We're going to go ahead and get to planting that zucchini. Yeah, this one looks a little rough, but we'll see. Give it some time. Give it a little bit of time. Let it set up there. Maybe a couple days it'll straighten up and be good. Okay, I went out in the garage and took some of them old lath boards that we put on the front of the house and built me a trellis for these couple tomatoes here, because these were just volunteer tomatoes. We didn't plant them. They just happened to grow. And we didn't know what to do with them. So you guys remember when we did this bed up here, we just put them on this end. And boy, they're really looking good. So I want something to kind of tie them up with. We'll just screw it right to the side of the box. It'll work fine. I think that's going to be pretty nice. It'll hold them tomatoes right where we want them. Okay, that was our culvert pipe raised beds. These things are very easy. Just look on Facebook, like I said. Find these pipes and cut them into the sections you want. And you have pretty much an instant raised bed. Sometimes you can get these really cheap, and sometimes you can even get them free, because they're just scraps. They're not something that somebody's really going to use for anything besides something like this. And I think they work out great for this type of stuff, like the raised beds. So our zucchini plant is in there. It looks a little rough, but hopefully in a couple days it'll start straightening out, and we'll be getting some zucchinis, hopefully. I'd like to tell everyone thanks for using my Amazon store in the description down below, because that does help out the channel. We get a small commission from that. It doesn't affect what you pay. It just, we get a small commission. If you search through that search bar on the top, you don't have to buy what I put in there. Buy anything you want in that search bar, and we get a small commission off of qualifying purchases. So that does help out the channel a lot. So would like to tell you guys thanks for that. I'd also like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.